Welcome to Same Cast Different Day podcast. I'm the host, Martell Rowland. We have SMA, they have an Old Man Theater, and Crystal finally decided to make an appearance for y'all for and it's been about 10 years, but
No, it hasn't. He's wrong. Just doing the behind the scenes now, everyone. So I'm here and there. I'm still here. Still with the production company.
Old Man Theater, I just really look at that. Just notice your background picture. What? So to start things off.
Oh, okay.
That's my bib.
Oh, Lord have mercy. Start things off. So the Super Bowl this past Sunday. Congratulations to the LA Rams on winning the Super Bowl. Although I wasn't rooting for you guys, but congratulations on winning. Thoughts on the halftime show? SMA, you go first.
I thought it was fly. I'm kneeling.
What is you kneeling for?
Huh?
What is you kneeling for?
Oh, I thought we was at the game.
Lord have
Wow.
mercy. So
I'm supporting what's his name?
Kaepernick. So a lot of people were giving Eminem flock for not Eminem, 50 Cent some flock. They was making fun of his weight. And I was like, and I'm thinking about like, hey, to some of y'all that's making fun of his weight and stuff, like 10 years ago or 20 years ago, whenever In the Club came out, some of y'all ain't the same size. So why y'all giving him so much heat about his weight?
Hey, just wait. Now he changed his name to a whole dollar.
When did that happen?
What?
That's all I'm saying. From 50 to a whole dollar.
Oh my God. But they need to leave 50 Cent alone about his weight, because I don't understand. Like,
First of all, 50 Cent, he ain't even fat. That's all muscle. Like, he ain't fat. That's just muscle. And he's old now, so it's like the older you get, the more weight you do gain. But in this case, it's muscle. He's not fat.
Deshaun said that
this is all muscle too, baby.
Deshaun said that the podcast took him back to 2003. It was epic.
Oh.
I mean, I enjoyed it. I didn't know what song Kendrick Lamar was doing. I'm not a Kendrick Lamar, person. So I didn't know he was performing, but the rest of it I loved. I didn't like Mary J. Blige's wig. It looked a little cheap. Old Man Theater, you and your watch.
I know.
What is wrong with you?
That's just because my house alarm was set.
Mm-hmm. But yeah, Old Man Theater, what was your thoughts on the Super Bowl halftime?
I loved it. I mean,
why you ain't got no video?
Because I'm back now. I had to take care of something. But anyway, I didn't watch the game, but the halftime part, I loved it. I'm not a sports person, as you know. I mean, I don't get physical like that, but yeah, I just liked the halftime part.
I mean, to be honest, I didn't care too much for the game either this time around. But apparently, this has not been confirmed. But apparently, the NFL told Eminem not to take a knee, and he did it anyway. So, what are you guys' thoughts on him taking a knee?
They knew he was gonna do that. That was planned, fam.
Deshaun Mary wig was horrible, you know it. I mean, I guess it was so epic for him to do that, especially not only during Black History Month, but at the fact on the Super Bowl, on the biggest show of them all, to show his support and to see how many people got angry behind that because he took that knee, it was worth it for me.
Me too.
And then it was reported, but not confirmed, that they told Dr. Dre not to use the F word, or "will fuck the police" line, and he did it anyway.
They told Snoop not to smoke weed and something else too, but he did it anyway.
Yeah, they told Snoop not to wear a blue bandana, but he wore a whole outfit that was like a blue bandana.
Yeah, he did. I didn't know that all that was going on. I didn't know that they was trying to tell him what to do in the Super Bowl. Like, no, first of all, no, we're gonna do this for Black History Month and because we can. Simple.
Yeah, they were trying to
So,
basically censor the show. Like, okay, we're gonna allow
mhm.
y'all to come in here perform, but we're gonna censor it.
I heard that they didn't get paid for it. They just did it, just because.
Nobody
Oh,
gets paid
Dre
for the
got
Super
paid.
Bowl.
They
Yeah,
got
it said
paid.
Dr. Dre got paid, but nobody else got paid.
But why not though?
Because I know artists really. I think because Live Nation was the one who produced the halftime show. So in order to
Mhm.
get Dr. Dre to even do the halftime show, I guess Live Nation was like, "Hey, we're going to give you $7 million to do it." And then Dr. Dre, I guess, was the one who went to Snoop and Eminem and everybody else to ask them to be a part of the show.
Okay.
So like none
I'm
of
sure
them
it's
got
like
paid, but I think they
they
ended
did.
up
I
like
think they did. They got
Mary
paid
and
for that.
Kendrick Lamar and all them put money into the show. They own money up for their, I guess, for their segment of the show. I don't know how that worked.
Oh, okay.
I think they really all got some out of it.
And that's
Publicity,
why I got that feeling.
because
I got
Mary
that feeling
Mary J.
until
Blige just had a new album that dropped on Friday.
I bet I didn't. I was hearing
Kendrick
about it.
Lamar probably has a new album coming out soon. Dr. Dre just released an album. I want to believe late December, and then this just
50
made
Cent.
Snoop Dogg and Eminem more relevant or whatever.
50
No,
of course,
Snoop Dogg just picked up Death Row.
Oh right, yeah, he
Yeah,
just bought Death Row. That's correct. So it's all them got something out of the whole situation, the Super Bowl halftime show. So speaking of so just to change gears a little. So y'all remember on the episode when I was complaining about the price of groceries?
Too goddamn high.
Exactly. Especially chicken.
I
So
I mentioned it.
I went to Walmart yesterday. And at the price of groceries, just things in general. I went to Walmart yesterday, y'all. I spent $114. All I had was
And probably walked out of there with a bag and a half.
dude, I had 2 bags of chicken, 2 packs of Gatorade, 2 cases of water, 2 bottles of Chick-fil-A chick sauce, and a bag of cat food.
Wow.
$114.
Wow, $114. Yeah. That was a bag and a half. A grocery bag and a half. Definitely. I went to Walmart. Was it yesterday? Myself, and I had got Foster Farm chicken, two chicken breasts,
Mm-hmm.
$12.
Mm-hmm.
$12. Somebody was $14. I said, you know what, y'all tripping.
Right.
And then I had to get 2 packs. Oh my god.
You know shit is too damn high when you buy a pack of cookies and you eat 2 and save for the other 2 for your next day at lunch. Food is just too goddamn high.
Yeah.
It is
What
extremely
about you,
high for
Crystal?
no reason.
Crystal,
Crystal, are you participating? Don't
I'm
make me come
listening.
through this camera.
Listen,
I said, she looked froze.
what about you and your damn water? Ain't that too damn high?
my water's $2 and I don't know what it is. I don't know.
That's too
$2
damn high. This is
Um,
$1.99 case.
See, I forgot y'all. I forgot it's delayed, Deshaun. So my bad. So 'cause I forgot you see it a little bit later than when we say it on here. Deshaun said he didn't know this is the first time that he heard of the people not getting paid to do the podcast. He thought they all got paid. He did. They don't get paid because they look at it as the Super Bowl is a big opportunity for whatever artist is performing. It opens them up to a new audience. It can increase record sales, single sales. It can lead to movie deals. It can lead to a whole bunch of stuff because they perform at the Super Bowl halftime show, and it solidifies their career as pretty much as a legend, basically, because not many artists get to perform at the Super Bowl.
Nope.
Because food is too goddamn high.
So
It is? Really? Okay.
Hell, I had a whole pack of chili at home, homemade chili. I only had a half a bowl this time. I'm a big boy. Damn, I gotta say the rest for tomorrow. That's fucked up.
I know. I feel so bad for the people who barely make enough money but don't make enough money and don't get a Quest card and had to go to the store and pay cash for this stuff. I feel so bad for them.
Man,
That's me. That's me. I need the green card.
Jeez.
Shit.
That it is,
What?
Deshaun. We are seeing an increase on YouTube. So thank you to everybody who's been watching the videos on YouTube. And also, you guys knocked the 100th episode. You guys knocked it into the top 5 most streamed episodes of the podcast.
ooh.
We're
So
striving
keep
to be
working.
number one. Well, we are number one.
Our number 1 episode that was been streamed the most is the episode on the baby that was done back in, I believe, season 1 or 2. So keep up that work, y'all. That's awesome. So, I don't know if anybody remember the Sandy Hook what's the word I'm trying to think of, mass shooting that happened at, I believe that's elementary school.
Mm-hmm.
So this is the first time in the history that a gun maker has been held liable for a mass shooting. And then the gun maker is called, I think it's called Remington.
Remington.
Yeah, they were held reliable for the mass shooting, and apparently they had to they settled, and I guess they agreed to pay out $73 million to the family.
Them bullets.
Oh, they're
If I know
bullets.
correctly.
Oh, I thought
bullets.
it was like a gun or something. I didn't know that it was bullets.
Smith and Wesson, Ruger, Winchester. It might be a Remington. Yeah, you said Remington.
Yeah.
Yeah, it might be a Remington. It is a Remington. I think that's a shotgun.
So yeah.
Is that what you said, Crystal?
That's correct. Yep, they do. They make
Okay.
rifles and shotguns. Correct. Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
So, what are our thoughts on them being held reliable for that? So, you think that this is something we're gonna see going forward when it comes to mass shootings, where gun makers are gonna be start being held reliable for mass shootings?
I don't understand why. I really haven't been into that part of it, but I don't understand why they're just gun makers. I mean, if that's the case, they can hold every gun maker, as far as that go. But I just don't understand it. I don't, because I mean, you buy something, half the time somebody steals it or runs off with it. It's something it's not the gun maker's fault. I don't feel. I'm sorry, but
it almost makes you wonder if they're gonna start holding like basic murders in the ghetto, which we know that won't happen. Say like somebody got shot with a pistol and they figure out what company made the pistol. Like, are they gonna hold them reliable for that person's murder?
then, to me, that just make them slowly go out of business. I don't know how everybody else feels. I mean, I'm just speaking. I would go out of business as far as that go, because that doesn't make sense.
Yeah, it kind of doesn't make sense to me either. I would have been like, maybe they should have sued the whoever, if it was another kid, maybe the kid's family. I don't know.
I mean, psychologically, mentally, I mean, you could probably go any which direction, but the gun maker, the company that makes it, designs it, builds it, and sells them, and then the company that also builds the designs and makes the bullets, same with the carbines and then the powder and everything like that. You're gonna make every little component of that company reliable, and they're not liable for anything. They just sell a product in America that they have trademark and patents for. It's the person and the persons involved. Now, does that mean you get family members involved in this? It just depends where people feel it should be at. Remington should have to pay a dime for it.
I wonder if they if they should hold the people the store that sold the gun reliable for the mass shooting, to say like, oh well, you guys didn't do an extensive background check on this person, and because you didn't do that, this person went and did a mass shooting.
So they did do that. There was a incident in Green Bay, Wisconsin. Actually happened 15 years ago. It's about 15 years ago, and they wanted to hold the small business, liable for their damages to a mass shooting.
Mm-hmm.
Again, to me, I mean, yes and no. First of all, the system should be that you should have a background check, and it should take you up to 2 weeks before you can even get that weapon. First of all, and if you or a family member already has a crime, like if your name is not on that FBI list,
Mm-hmm.
okay, or your family member's not on that list, because if a member comes up on that list, to me, then that should be a red flag towards that seller, right there. So, yes and no. It's kind of a
But then I had also thought about like, what if they do run like family members' names and they run that person name, and then there's no red flags? Do you still hold the person who sold the gun responsible?
No, no.
no. I mean,
I would say no, because for one, you could do
Mm-hmm.
a massive, as y'all saying it's a massive shooting. You could do a massive background check.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, this person could be clean as I don't know what. I mean, just like people that we know,
Mm-hmm. What? Wait, whoa,
just
whoa, whoa, whoa,
just
whoa.
flip out at any minute. See, that's all I'm saying. That's all I'm saying. A person just could flip out at any minute.
You know what, old man theater?
Thank you, thank you,
I ain't gonna keep taking these insults from you.
thank you, thank you. But it is what it is. We can't predict how some people gonna come out.
mm-mm.
I mean, when I don't take my medicine at times, I kind of flip out. You know what I'm saying? But it
I
is
know
what it
it
is.
make you want to smack a bitch. We know.
Flip out. Yeah. Anyway. Oh.
so, so moving the gears just a little bit. SMA, this is more in your ballpark. Love and Hip Hop star Tracy Ann face sliced in a brawl, necklace stolen too. I don't know who this is.
What's the name? Cause wait a minute, cause I ain't follow Love Hip
Is
Hop
it Tracy
so
Ann or Trissy Ann?
like, yeah, I don't
You
even
don't
know
know
who
who that
that
is?
is.
Okay, because that's gonna lead into my segue into my next topic.
Okay,
So a
I'm,
lot of
I'm
people are upset. Well, because O Yeller had posted a post earlier, and Lisa Ray had said something about women who are famous or got their money because they slept with a rapper and became a baby mama. Versus, she said she respect women more who has worked and earned their money in so many ways, is which how she basically put it. And I agreed with her, just on a simple fact, like you could, yes, you could have laid down with somebody, you got some money, and now you trying to be at the big boy table. They're gonna take your money, but they're not gonna take you serious, and they're not gonna respect you. Is my personal opinion. And then it's crazy. And then one of the other things that I had brought up was like, a lot of these women are out here fighting for women's rights and equal pay and all these other things, but then you were basically flaunting around that, yeah, I slept with a rapper, became baby mama, and that's how I got where I am. And you think that people are supposed to be proud and respect that. And a lot of people were saying that I was wrong for saying that.
no, you know what? And I meant to really look at that article and read it. And I read a little bit of it, and I agree with Lisa Ray because it's like why do you think it's cool to capitalize off of somebody or off of a man's name? Like you should want your own. You should want your own. You know everything. You should want to have power. I slept with this person. I got a baby, and that's how I became rich or famous or whatever. Like how that sounds real stupid. It sounds low. as a woman, in these times, because some of us, we like to work. Some women like me like to work hard. I'm not gonna go and mention somebody else's name. I'm gonna mention my own name and get my own shit.
I like to
So
work with a heart. Ooh,
And then, but then on top of that though, it's like somebody tried to argue, well, not all women want to be CEOs and stuff. I said if they're out here trying to promote a brand or create a brand for themselves, which whether that lead to a clothing line or some type of thing that they're going to end up trying to sell to make money off of eventually, what are they going to be called? A CEO of their own company. It's the
right.
same thing. So to argue that not all women wants to be CEOs or whatever, it doesn't matter. At the
But
end
that
of the
goes to
day,
show
you're
her
gonna be
mindset.
you're gonna be the boss of somebody, and it
Right.
it leads to you owning your own company eventually for some of these women. And it's just the fact that once again, like nobody is going to take y'all serious. And I feel like women who choose to take the route like, oh yeah, I slept with him and now I'm famous for sleeping with him. Like you just set women back like 50 years.
Yeah.
That
Some.
they're just like
Some.
even with the love and hip hop thing, like I think I keep telling these people after I saw Rashida Mama run over Kirk's motorcycle and she had no license plate on the back of her car, I'm like, I'm done. This is stage. I don't care what
Yeah.
nobody say. Like
It
all
is.
that stuff on Love and Hip Hop is stage. And then
Yeah.
because even with what's her name, Mimi, is that the one who was married, who was had the baby, Stevie J's baby mama that was on the
Yeah.
show? Okay, her.
Yeah.
Like she knew that she was about to get booted off that show because once again, it was only so much drama she could create between her, Jocelyn, and Stevie J. And so what
Yeah.
did she do? Recorded herself having
Put out
sex,
a section.
pretending that it got leaked. That way it can make her relevant to be on the show. Like without this fake drama that they create, or I slept with this person, or I slept with this person, like a lot of these people who are now considered influencers would be nothing.
That's true. I agree with that.
Like I get like back, I still feel like back in the day, like people had to have some type of talent or some type of creativity, created their own business. They did something to earn their fame and be famous. Whether there was a one hit wonder for
oh,
movies
I
and
mean, oh,
music.
oops.
Oh Lord.
Prostitute. Oh,
It's the fact that they work to get to where they are.
hey man, we did what we had to do. Prostitute. Oh,
Oh boy. Oh boy. Oh boy.
Krista, what is your thoughts on it?
Yeah, I mean, it's, I mean, it's, I mean, you can make your own choice in life what you want to do. If you want to be a CEO, you'll be a CEO. I mean, if you want to be a worker, be a worker. If you want to be a stay-at-home mom, be a stay-at-home mom. That doesn't matter. It's kind of your call where you want to go in life. I mean, you
Yeah,
know,
yeah,
no,
it is.
I mean, but if you're gonna do your own brand and your own thing, then you're right. It's your own CEO of your own brand, your own company, your own little thing, and it's great. If it's doing something from like a podcast to doing something like building like you're designing clothes or maybe you own the next construction company. I mean, there's actually a company in I believe in southern Wisconsin. It's actually all women run, strictly all out. And they literally
Right.
just and it's strictly like women that actually work in the office that work at that own construction company. And there's women out on a field working in the field. So hey,
or
gotta
working the
do
street, the corners,
it's not
I,
that. We're not
I
talking
mean,
about
the
but
that.
gravel pit.
I mean,
Come
yeah,
on.
I just feel like people respect people more who has worked, who actually took the steps and worked harder and did the necessary steps to get where they are. Because to be honest, if I am a
A
millionaire,
whore,
so
a
if I'm a
whore,
millionaire sitting around the table,
a
it's a bunch of
whore,
us millionaires sitting around the table.
a whore.
Oh, whatever. So it's a bunch of us sitting around the table,
Yeah, we doing. We doing it.
and so let's say like, hey, we should put our money together and create one big super business or whatever, or we should we should put our money together and let's go start a hotel in build a hotel in Vegas or whatever.
We can't
And
do it
here
with
you go
Montreal, though.
because you came with your little chump change because you slept with your this dude baby daddy, and now you worth $3 million, and you want to come sit here at this table and be a part of something. Like they gonna laugh you out the room because eventually, when it comes to building a business or something like that, or you partnering with people or whatever the situation may be that you want to be at that table, they might say, "Oh yeah, it might be $1 million to buy in, but it's gonna be other expenses along the way."
Mhm.
So when those other expenses come, and then now you just known for being somebody baby mama, and you only making about 100 grand a year, how are you going to afford to stay at that table? Because once you break up, once the dude don't want you no more, you're not relevant no more, and that money is not coming in, then what?
Yep.
Got to move around the table on your knees.
Jeez.
It's wrong
That's
with
what
you.
that's what some of them.
Oh
No,
my
but that's what
God.
some of them
Okay.
do.
I mean,
That's
you are
what some
right,
of them do.
especially on Love and Hip Hop. That's been proven that they do
I-
that.
I-
That's what
I'm
some of them
just
do. They
saying.
go around the table on their knees.
I'm just saying.
Oh boy.
Hey, by the way, and not to cut nobody short or not like that, Montreal, but I thought we were supposed to be getting kind of to that fire station and to the mayor's thing
Oh
before
yeah,
we shut down.
yeah. We still got 33 minutes left to fill. So.
Okay. I was just checking.
So,
I was just checking. The first
Crystal,
thing that you holler at me and say, Dada, you celebrated mine to me. I'm just assistant of the assistant of the assistant of the
Hey,
assistant.
just calm down. Just calm down, Theo.
this crazy old man.
Theo, you ready for your newest headlines now? You ready now?
All right, so yeah, Crystal, let us know what your reports.
Let's hear here. Okay, so here we are. Here are my reports for this evening. I am Crystal B, representing Same Cast Every Day podcast. This evening we're actually talking about I have three different hot news articles tonight we can talk about. The first one is Arizona Republican breaks with party to block transgender healthcare ban. So a Republican is actually going to cross lines and actually he has filed the most anti-LGBTQ bill of any state in the country so far. He literally wants to block access to all transgender care for youth, families, and adults in Arizona. This broke as of the 11th, which was literally 4 days ago. That is bullshit. The guy's name, let's just put his name out there because why not? You know what? We don't really heard too much about State Senator Tyler Pace. Go to Wednesday. So, what you guys thoughts on that? So, a gentleman that says he breaks the party to block healthcare ban. What is your thoughts on this? To me, this is bullshit. This is complete bullshit.
So wait, are you saying that he left his party to protest the block of it, or did he leave his party to stand with it?
So, as it goes, an Arizona Republican state senator broke with his party this week, blocking legislation that would ban gender-affirming care for transgender.
Okay, so he's against it. With the law they trying to pass. Okay,
correct.
Kudos to him because, like Deshaun just said, all lives matter. That's the way how he see it. I 100% agree with you, Sean, on that one. And then, why are we singling out groups of people? I thought we were past that. This is what happens when you live in the South. This is what happens when you live in a Republican state like Arizona. I said Arizona. I ain't got that much wine to drink. But yeah, I just don't see. Well, why are we singling out groups? Because pretty soon that means some states gonna be trying to pass laws like, oh well, we shouldn't be able to. We black people shouldn't be able to get health care in our state. So let's ban black people from getting health care. So
they're already trying to do all that.
Well, yeah, true, but
you know.
But it's like, why? What is your reasoning behind doing that? Like, do you really just hate people that much that you want to do something like that? And that's the case. Whenever they having a new election, that person should be voted out and should not have their Senate seat.
To be honest with you, I mean, this has probably been the worst year for anti-LGBTQ legislation, hands down. There has been over 160 bills in America starting January 1st, 2022. That, to me, this guy here maybe broke lines and decided to join the Democrats. Mm-hmm. But to me, in all honesty, what is wrong with you? What is fucking wrong with you? Excuse me for swearing. What is wrong with you? You know?
You know what? A lot of times, some of them people got they got those type of people in their family, and they won't stand up and go against them, but they quick to jump on television and the air and bitch about this, bitch about that, or whatever. How you want to? Actually, in reality, they just need to go sit their asses down.
That is true. I
So-
just messed up on something. I don't know what I did, y'all. So Deshaun, I don't know if it popped up on your screen. Oh, it did. Okay.
All right. So, Esme, do you have anything you'd like to put into that one?
Yeah, I also disagree and think it's bullshit because it's like just because somebody wants to be their true self and you don't agree with it, you're not gonna, help them out or, do any like just you can't just deny medical care from somebody, just because they choose to be who they really are. So it's like I don't like it at all. I think it's very unfair. So you just gonna let somebody die or, let somebody go, trying to manage a disease that they can't manage themselves, because you feel some type of way. I don't agree.
Deshaun, I saw your answer. You're evil. Okay, go ahead, Esme.
No, yeah,
That's
sorry.
all I have to say. I don't like it. Yeah, I just
So I put up a
it's
poll.
heartbreaking here.
I put up a poll on YouTube saying, "Do you believe in the power of the Christmas tree?" And Deshaun gonna say no. Then he gonna say, "We stealing your Christmas light. Well, we stealing Christmas lights." I'm getting tired of y'all trying to come for my Christmas.
Yes.
That's my homie. That's my homie. We're gonna run off with them motherfuckers, Sean. Gonna run off with them motherfuckers.
Mm,
As I agree with it's pro LGBTQ, and yes, just so you guys know, Crystal B, even though I'm as white as can be, yes, I am pro BLM. So by the way, if you got a problem with it, you probably don't want to be listening to this podcast. Just be honest.
You white? Oh my
I'm white.
god.
I'm white. Did you believe that?
Oh my god. But we all believe the same, right?
Yeah, we all do. Yeah, we're all good. Yeah,
Okay,
yeah.
okay. That's all I'm saying.
Yeah,
That's
yeah.
all I'm
Guess that's it. Yep. But yeah, someone actually asked me that once. It's like, you're on a podcast, but you're only a white girl. I'm like, really? Good question. By the way, you know what BLM is? Go look it up. Tell me what it is. Get back to me. All right. So next on the list. So Crispy is next on the list. We actually have some good news. TikTok is actually banning misgendering, dead naming from its content. That started as of February 9th, 2022.
They doing what? What does that even mean?
So that means anyone that gets misgendered, anyone that does any slang or negative towards anyone in the LGBTQIA, including anyone that slangs anyone in part of the BLM. That's also part of that too. They don't specifically say it in there, but it's in the little details. So that means what it means is that a person will be banned for any, and as TikTok has updated its community guidelines to ban dead naming and misgendering and misogamy. The changes announced Tuesday are part of a broader update designed to promote safety and security on a platform. This app will remove content that promotes disorder towards further restriction content related to dangerous acts. So pretty much what it means is anyone that are part of the BLM and LGBTQIA groups, you are now safe and covered. Someone wants to throw hate at you, they will lose their account, and they will not be back on TikTok.
As long as they don't get as petty as Facebook, because you could repost something and not mean nothing by it, and the first thing they say out, oh, it's too much sex, or it's too much this, or you're picking with somebody, oh, you're going to be sent to jail for 3 days. If not, if you don't take that down, or 30 days. So Facebook just got so ridiculous with it.
Deshaun said he got you, Theo, but he said he don't support BLM. You don't have to get on here and explain, mister.
Yeah.
What was we talking about?
He talking about his little mama.
Oh, I put a
Baby,
poll on
he
YouTube saying
he
should
don't support
SMAs
baby little mama. That's what he talking about, Montreal. You
oh
know that
Lord.
little
The troll.
yeah.
Oh
It's the
God.
baby little mama he don't support. That's what he meant, BLM.
I
Baby
put
little mama. I'm gonna be hanging off the back of your truck. I'll be waiting on you. I'm coming. I'm up under your exhaust. I'm here.
Stupid.
what is wrong with you? I put a
Oh
poll on
boy.
Facebook saying should SMA start in OnlyFans, and the vote was yes.
I'm glad my name wasn't on there. Thank goodness for that. We're safe. It's safe. We're safe.
Hold on, hold on, wait. Let me get my phone. Excuse me. I'm not doing an OnlyFans page.
SMA, you don't have to point all the time, sweetheart. I get you. Just say what you gotta say, boo.
I'm not doing an OnlyFans page.
Even,
at
not
it.
even for a low low price of $9.99 with no 6-month commitment.
No, no, no.
Damn it!
I'm
I
not.
tried. I tried, Sean.
Your
I
own
tried.
jet,
I'm not doing it.
your own jet.
All right, well, Crystal, you got one more for us?
All right, here's our third one for the night. So, don't say gay bill would limit discussions of sexuality and gender in Florida schools. A proposed legislation in Florida would restrict how teachers can discuss sexuality and gender in a classroom. The latest efforts by Republican lawmakers to remove teaching of the LGBTQ issues from school. Supporters say the measure empowers parents who deserve to have a say in what their children learn, but critics who have dubbed the proposal the Don't Say Gay bill argue that it will strip protection from LGBTQ kids and have a chilling effect on educators. All right, you guys, what's your thoughts on this?
Okay. Oh, this one is a doozy. Okay, to start off, it sounds stupid. To a certain degree, we should not be teaching certain things of the LGBTQ community in schools. Like if a kid is questioning their sexuality, the teacher should not be talking to the student about that. That should be something that for the student to make that decision on their own, because that teacher can try to persuade a student to go a certain way or tell them like, hey, this is wrong or stuff like that. So to a certain degree, I don't think it's certain things that should not be taught or certain things that should not be done when it comes to that. Now, should they teach LGBTQIA history? Yes, that's something that should be taught in schools along with Black history, which is something that they're also trying to erase from schools. So it seemed like if it's not like any type of thing that has to do with like white America or European whites or anything of that nature, they're trying to erase it being taught in schools to not make them look like they're the bad guys when really they trying to do, whether you're German, Black, Asian, whatever, they're trying to erase the history of what was done to those groups to make it seem like they ancestors wasn't that bad, I guess. So like I said, to a certain degree, it shouldn't be taught. And then Deshaun said, I believe in respect, gotta respect their culture, vice versa. I agree with you. As I can say, just to a certain degree, certain things should not be touched or talked about when it comes to that. And then, like I said, like they're trying to erase a lot of stuff, not just LGBTQ people. So, yeah.
Cause Sean should have had his ass on the fucking podcast instead of saying all that shit off to the side. You tell him I fucking said it. Damn it. I'll tell him to his damn face. But anyway, with that being said, I think, and this is just me, I think a lot of things due to sexuality and sex and all this other type of stuff should be taught in the home. Because I feel like this sex education, I had that when I was coming up. Y'all couldn't teach me a motherfucking thing.
It taught
Not
you
a
how to
motherfucking
properly
thing,
put
but
on a condom.
no, because someone was still wearing them on their heads. They wasn't doing it right. But it's just that I mean, you're not gonna get if you got decent parents and decent people around you or whatever have you in the household, you're not gonna get what you need out of it because 9 times out of 10 you teaching the sex education in school with you do this, you put the condom on this way, you grope a girl this way, or you do this and do that, and you be careful when you do this and that. 9 times out of 10, a lot of people gonna take it as okay, well, damn, okay, you feeding my brain on how to go out here and have sex. That's the way I looked at it. Maybe I was just a badass kid in school, but pretty much that's what you telling me. It's okay to go out there but just use a Jimmy hat. But the Jimmy hat is not necessarily guaranteed 100% either. As far as diseases or getting somebody pregnant, I feel like that should come from your parents, pretty much. If you got decent parents, no.
I mean, but some kids don't have that option to ask their parents or feel comfortable with their parents to even talk and have that kind of conversation. That you just got some parents who, like I said, are so young and stupid that they're going to steer them kids in the wrong direction. So I feel like sex education is something that's still needed in schools, high school.
Some of it. I agree with you. Some of it.
Yeah.
Some degree because sex education. My kids ever came up to me and asked me about that's probably why they kind of terrified of me now. Go sit your ass down. You better not. You meet somebody, I'm fucking them up. Yeah. My son. Well, you going out there late, babies? You crazy? Look, but that was just me coming up. That's why I guess I never really got to meet my daughters, some boyfriends and shit like that until it was too late. And then I kind of painted a picture on him. Well, he kind of crazy. No, you better not get a pregnant motherfucker. You better do what you're supposed to do. If not, I'm coming to look for you. But that was my way of teaching sex education.
Yelling, huh?
Hey, it got, well, things didn't happen unless it was way away from me. Trust and believe me. Especially with my younger ones. Even my oldest daughter, too, yeah. I kind of met him on a limb, too. Kind of talked to him on the phone for a minute and before they got married and all this other stuff. Kind of talked to him through the phone. It was never no upfront thing because they felt like I would kill them or something. I don't know. Do I look like I'm a violent person?
No, not really.
Yep.
I don't think so. I don't know.
Deshaun said that you was right. He should have been on the past podcast. He'd be on the next one.
Fuck him. Oh,
Lord have mercy. But I still think that to a certain degree, certain things should be talked about when it comes to LGBTQIA in schools, just to make those students feel safe. And I feel like it needs to be more. If there we need to be some more schools where they're dedicated to students like that, and then there's just some where I feel like it should be taught in schools, so that way, because now there could be a person in the class who got two moms or two dads or something like that, and when it comes to like the other students, it'll teach them, how can I put it? It'll teach them how to be more respectful of that and not to be bully because you got two dads and make it seem like it's so wrong to have two dads or something like that. So that's why I feel like some of it should be taught in schools. Or
I agree with you. Montreal, I agree with you 100% on certain things. And just like you just put it into words, so people won't, okay, well, he's like a disease or this and that, or we gonna pick with him or tease with him, her, or whoever because they're that way. Yeah, I feel you on that note, but I'm just saying, just straight out getting down to the nitty gritty. I think they should cut some parts out.
And then Deshaun said parents in this generation will not listen. They lack giving their kids attention because these phones and every other man every week and lack of attention to the kids.
He's fired.
Lord have mercy. You bald headed heifer SMA. What is your thoughts? We got 15 minutes, people, so I got two more stories to get to. Too.
Well, I agree with what Deshaun said. because I am, a young parent. But I ain't like the rest of these other young bitches out here that don't pay attention, to their kids and stuff like that. So, um, and as far as you know, teaching, and I agree with Old Man Theater. Most of it should be taught at home first and foremost, anyway, along with the sex talk that we have with our kids. So, along with that sex talk needs to come that's the sex talk, like with all in all areas. So then in the schools, you know, they shouldn't, have those types of lessons. But I believe it should be it starts at home anyway. So I believe it should be 50-50. Some things shouldn't be taught in the schools and then some at home.
Right.
Because like you said, there are influences, you know, that's wrong. You shouldn't be that way. But how can you tell me how to be me? You can't tell me it's wrong to be me. So then it's like, then you have the ones that pushes the ones that are more lenient towards, heterosexuality. So it's like you got like, go ahead, you don't like it till you try it type shit. Wait a minute. What if I don't want to try it? I'm on the fence here. You gotta, give me something better than that type shit. So yeah, that's my thoughts on it.
All right, Crystal, did you have anything else? You said you had 3, right?
Yep, side with 3. That's it. So let's get on to Martell's 2.
All right. So there's a fire department in Pennsylvania who was caught using racial slurs on a Zoom call. So basically, they were on a Zoom call with another fire station, an all black fire station, and they were talking about partnering up for the community and all these other type of things. So when they thought the meeting was over, the firefighters and one of the firehouse decided to stay online and were basically using racial slurs about black people. They made fun of, I believe, an 8-year-old girl who was killed by police officers who was minding her own business. It was just a shootout that happened, and the police officers killed her. And they made fun of her because her name was Fanta, and they started saying Fanta grape and Fanta orange and Fanta. So they were just making fun of this girl. And they were like, the blacks are taking over this shit, and they were just being real disrespectful to blacks. And so when all that was going on and during this investigation, they actually shut down that firehouse for being racist. The only way that this got out was because one of the people at the fire station, that with all black fire station had started recording the call. Well, the recording other people from the other firehouse making all these slurs and stuff. So this makes me think like, okay, so if we have white firefighters talking like this about black people, should black people feel safe in their community for the people who supposed to protect them? Because now firefighters don't just put out fires. Like, you can have a medical emergency at your house and they still show up. So it's like, do you trust these people who are supposed to protect you at this point? And then what do we think the repercussions should be?
Well, to be honest, it's like you said, we have to feel safe. Like if you feel like that, so do I trust you to come get me out this burning house? And you let me die, and then you tell me you tried type shit. Like that's something to think about as well. It's like that's dangerous. It's like, okay, so if my child or my black child or my black mother or my black father, needs resuscitation and I can't do it, you're gonna sit there and let them die and say, oh, you tried and you didn't want to do it because the color of their skin, and repercussions should be they need to lose their fucking job, period. Because if you feel you're supposed to help people, and no matter what color they is, so you got us questioning you. So if we gotta question you, we can't trust you. Your ass needs to be at home somewhere. You need to be finding something else to do. They need to be fired immediately. Period.
And on top of that, I guess the community or whoever they fire marshal, whoever their boss is that's in charge of them, tried to cover it up and went on the firehouse website and erase all the firefighter names that worked there, who was apparently called on a Zoom call, so that way you won't be able to know
See
their
what I'm
names,
saying?
their pictures, see how they look, anything.
See what I'm saying? And all he gonna do is say, "Oh, I did that for their safety." Bullshit. You did that to cover it up so people won't come get their ass for legal shit or whatever. Like, no, that's bullshit. His ass needs to be fired
Exactly.
because that means you're covering up. That means you cover up anything.
Mm-hmm.
If you covering up the men, racist people on your squad, you know that we trust in or so far trying to trust, your ass needs to be fired too.
That is correct.
You know that's not right.
Old Man Theta, your thoughts?
She done said everything that can come to mind. And I don't know if y'all remember, it's been a long time ago, but something similar like that happened here at a fire station. Something similar to that. But I agree with everything that she just said. I have nothing to add and nothing to take away from it. I totally agree. She said, I mean, I got nothing to say.
All right. Crystal?
That's just wrong. I mean, it's no different than me watching this like little news clip on one of my apps on my TV about just being black.
Uh-oh.
You stack them up against other people. It's wrong. It's just wrong.
My internet is doing stunts and shows right now. Am I
agree
back? Can everybody see me? I'm
Yes.
here. Okay.
We see you. I completely agree with Theo and Esme. It's
Okay.
just wrong. I mean, it's to the point where there's black kids that can't even put their hands in their pockets because they could be carrying a weapon. I mean, come on, really, elementary kids, really, come on, get a life, people, get a
Right.
life, really.
So before we get ready, we still got a few minutes left. So there's an election going on today here in Milwaukee, and I just found out about the election a few days ago. That's just how irrelevant this election was. So we had to vote for a new mayor for Milwaukee because our former mayor Tom Barrett stepped down to go work for Joe Biden. I don't know what the position is, just know he's working for Joe Biden. So the candidates for this election, only knew one of them, two of them, three. That was Bob Johnson, Lena Taylor, and the dude who's been the acting mayor since Tom Barrett left. First of all, I have to say this. They showed a picture of all the people who's running for mayor, right?
Oh, and Shrek running too.
It was a crackhead. She looked like a crackhead. It looked like she took a selfie on her Kyocera phone with a bad dried out wig on. Probably had some dentures and looked a hot mess. Like, lady, who you thought was gonna vote for you? I can't wait to see the results where it says 0% by her name. Cause like, who do you think was gonna vote for
She finally cleaned up a little bit. She cleaned up some.
No, did she look like that lady when they first showed her on TV? She's like, ain't nobody got time for that. That's how she looked.
She cleaned up on one of their interviews. She cleaned up well.
Well,
she didn't look so bad on one of the interviews. I didn't
see that damn interview. Somebody, so you don't have to send the link to that because I'm sorry, that picture that they used on WISN 12 in Milwaukee, Wisconsin, looked like she hit the pipe and then like, okay, let me take my mayor picture. Like, no, who does that? And then Lena Taylor, I have heard nothing but horrible stories. It seems like somebody has always had a bad story about Lena Taylor.
To say about her. Oh
it's like God, everybody who say, "Oh, I met her," or "I know she." Oh my God!
I'm like, okay, you know what? Never mind. Don't need to tell me.
Like, everybody always has some type of crazy story about Lena Taylor. So I'm like, okay, well, that doesn't seem like the person to vote for. And then Bob Donovan, you were the alderman of a community that was mostly Mexicans, but yeah, you treated them like crap the whole time. Don't know what you even did for the community. To be honest, I don't even know why you've been in politics or whatever you've been doing for the last 800 years. I don't know. But why are you running for mayor? Because you have lost the mayor race like 18 times already. Give it up. Nobody is going to vote for you for mayor. It grinds my gears. Maybe they should let Old Man Theater run for mayor, but they would have sent there.
Jeez.
He would have sentenced everybody to the jailhouse.
I will fuck him up.
I think Chevy Johnson looks like the best man for the
Who?
job. Looks like. Isn't that his name Cavalier Johnson?
Oh yeah, I thought you said Chevy Johnson. I'm racing.
That's what his nick. It says Cavalier Chevy Johnson. That's what it says.
If I get a chance to go vote, I'm voting for that first woman that you talked about because, for one, I don't give a damn what you say. She still came out the house like Aunt your mama. She was natural. She was natural. And that's the only way that I can look at it.
Her name's Marina. Her name's Marina.
She was just natural. She wasn't trying to hide nothing. She wasn't trying to look all so good. And whether she's an activist or whatever she do, she came real to the table. Whether it was a scarf, tooth hanging out, or whatever, she came. She's coming live to the thing. She's not trying to put on makeup or look no damn different. She's street. That's the way I look at it. I mean, everybody can say whatever. I would. Funny that you said all of those things about. I will vote for her first. I'm not going to lie. If I get out the vote, that's who I'm voting for. And all jokes to the side, I bullshit you not, because she's coming to the table real like mama get up out the bed and go to the door, check the mailbox or whatever have you from the country. You go out there, you get a pig, you get a cow, you do what you're going to do. You come in natural to the table. You're not trying to sugarcoat nothing. You're not trying to put on no makeup. So I would trust her to a certain extent on trying to get shit together, because she's coming to the door with the stick to switch the belt and every damn thing else.
I understand what you're saying, but considering that the current acting mayor only had the position for like a month, I don't even think it's been a month. I kind of want to see what he's going to do, or what can he do, and give him a chance to do something before we just vote another person in.
Talk shit.
Now, if he don't do held up his hard part of the deal, and we vote again, then we go find Miss Lady with the busted wig and vote for her.
No, Marina.
I don't know the name.
Her name's Marina.
Well,
I didn't find out they had to vote for mayor until like 4 days before the election, so I didn't even know.
I'm just keeping it 100. If I get a chance to go to the poll, that's what I'm gonna vote for.
I mean, the polls close in like what, 20 minutes?
Well, hopefully she one of the two.
It's whoever wins this tonight. It's gonna be the permanent mayor until whatever the term is up. I think it
be two. It still got to be two.
Two who?
It's two people.
Oh well, hell, I don't know then. Oh,
Yeah,
I guess those
because
two. Okay, I guess those two people go head to head.
You're talking like a lieutenant mayor. So like in case the mayor, something happens to the mayor.
No, we vote for like our actual mayor, because we currently don't have an actual mayor who was like voting.
No, what's his name supposed to carry out? I thought the term, but
no. If Cavalier don't win, so it's like this is to elect the actual mayor. So if he doesn't win, then he won't be mayor. And then whoever wins this election will be the mayor until I think we vote another 2 years for the actual mayor, because he just got voted in. So actually, I think it's another 3 years before we got to vote for mayor again. So they're gonna hold the position.
I thought Tom Barrett's thing was up pretty this year.
No, he got reelected. I want to say last year or the year before, so it might be like a year or two left on his term. Because I know right after we vote for president and stuff like that, and then 2 years later we vote for governor, and then within that same year or so we vote for mayor.
So Tom Barrett became U.S. ambassador to Luxembourg.
Whoever them people is.
Luxembourg.
Well, ladies and gentlemen, I don't know who the third person is watching on YouTube. You kind of came in a little bit late. So for our audio listeners and the ones that are going to be watching the video version soon, once it's all edited and stuff, because y'all know the people who watch this on YouTube, live on YouTube, when we're done recording, they're still going to be able to see us and hang out with us for a little bit. So This has been Same Cast, Different Day podcast, the #1 podcast in Wisconsin for Millennial and Gen Zs. Don't forget to head over to cafepress.com/SCGD podcast for your official podcast merch. And then don't forget to follow us on our social medias. And thank you all for tuning in to this episode. And we will see you all on whatever day, because I don't remember when it's come out. So y'all have a good one.
Yeah, I'm taking in my nose.